I have Gauranga Das ji, who is the governing body commissioner of ISKCON, joining us today. Gauranga Das ji, namaskar, and thank you for joining us on Republic.
Thank you for inviting me, Arnab.
So it appears to me that this is a huge conspiracy. Unfortunately, people all over India don't know the depth of this conspiracy yet. But those of us who are beginning to know, this was a direct attempt at targeting one of the most sacred sites of Hinduism in Karnataka and around the country. What have you made of the facts you've seen so far?
Arnab, it's very shocking to see the level at which conspiracies can be curated. Of course, we are still in the process of unearthing all the facts, and thanks to the work which you have done, it really looks like we are moving in the direction of unearthing the truth. But basically, temple towns, by their very nature, have the ability to attract people from all directions and transform them spiritually, and also add tremendous value in the economic and social development of a region. And Dharmastala traditionally has been doing that. In fact, when I was designing some of the kitchens, I also sent people to see how the kitchens have been designed, because they do such amazing food distribution for so many decades. So therefore, a town like Pittsburgh, which was a steel town, now has become a ghost town. A town like Detroit has become a ghost town because it used to be a motor town. But where the manufacturing practices change, then it becomes irrelevant. Whereas temple towns, by definition, maintain their purity and sanctity for year after year, decade after decade, because the deities don't move and shift. So the overall impact which a temple town can have on society over a period of time can be very much amplified. And it is shocking that there could be a conspiracy towards maligning such a wonderful and very powerful transformation which is happening in society at the individual level and at the society level. So at least what I can see from all the reports which I am seeing so far from what you have presented is that there is much more than what meets the eye, and we want to make sure that the truth is really exposed.
Yeah, from what I have seen, Gauranga Das ji, this is not the first, but it's certainly unlikely to be the last. I personally think there is a huge conspiracy against Hindus, and one by one, a group, it has NGOs, it has some politicians, it has the pro-Maoist lobby, the Tukre gang, the pseudo-leftists, and the Hindu-phobic sentiments who hate Hinduism. And I have to add, a large part of the media, they all come together. They create a narrative. Then the media creates the narrative. And you end up saying that people are being killed in Hindu temple towns. People are being raped in Hindu temple towns. And therefore, we must destroy the faith that the people have with Hindu temple towns. Yesterday, M.R. Venkatesh came on my program. I think you know him. He said, Arnab, there will be another attack soon on another site in Karnataka. I said, MR, is it going to be the end? He said, no, this is the beginning of a huge fight against Hinduism. And no place is going to be spared. Would you agree with that thought?
See, whenever there is any prominent growth in any organization or movement, there will always be pushback. I come from ISKCON, and ISKCON temples currently are all over the world. But traditionally, most of our temples began from Vrindavan.
Yes.
And Vrindavan was the subject of a massive attack in the age of Aurangzeb. And right from 1670, when Aurangzeb attacked Vrindavan, all the principal 7 deities were moved. Vrindavan was a very, very flourishing temple town at that time. And even before that, when Krishna's great-grandson created Mathura and Vrindavan, for 4,000 years, things went well. But in around 1000 AD, when Mahmud Ghazni attacked, then again, everything was decimated. So Hindus have always been subjected to a lot of attacks in our own land for many, many decades, for many centuries. And now, in the last 10 years, after Prime Minister Modi came to power, with the Indian knowledge system being promoted and with all spiritual places of pilgrimage being renovated, especially like Varanasi, like Kedarnath, like Ayodhya, Ujjain, we can see a huge revival of
Yes,
attraction towards temple towns. And I was shocked to see the data that 31st December 2024, the temple towns and temples attracted more pilgrims than many of the places where people would
I
usually go,
I
like clubs
agree.
and resorts.
Actually, when
So
you
this was
so
a
this
very
becomes
clear
a threat.
indication that India is changing in a very massive way towards, attraction towards Hinduism.
No, so this becomes a threat for anti-Hindu groups. So Hindus will have to be very careful. I went to Vrindavan about a week back, Gauranga Das ji, and I
Right.
was at the Damodar temple and around the Bake Bihari temple complex. I was so happy to know that the Yogi government and the central government, they are revitalizing the whole Bake Bihari temple complex in Vrindavan. I was also very disappointed to see a level of municipal disarray because of the crowds in that area. I asked a lot of people, they said, we look forward to having the same kind of complex that is there in Kashi, in Vrindavan. So this is a period, viewers, of a Hindu renaissance. This is the period of Hindu revival. Some people who don't like Hinduism call it revivalism. I say today there is nothing better than Hindu revivalism. Hindu revival, Hindu strength. And this is making people very insecure. So do you think the Dharmastala hoax was part of that, Gauranga Das ji? Because a masked man claims a skull being brought, zero evidence being brought, months of digging, the entire state machinery trying to dig evidence. It seems very suspicious, very, very suspicious.
Well, I must say that currently the whole thing is under investigation, but prima facie, there could be a very high possibility that it could be a conspiracy. I cannot rule out that aspect. Being part of ISKCON, in the 70s, when ISKCON was established in India, that time there was also a major conspiracy, and they used to say that ISKCON is CIA agents and they are this and that. And the famous film was there, Dam Maro Dam, Mit Jayega, and people were saying that, oh, ISKCON is all about Dam Maro Dam and things like that. So as an organization, both in India and also in other parts of the world where various other groups were very insecure by seeing Western people taking to Sanatan Dharma, and there were many, many cases of brainwashing and claims of being radical Hindus and things like that. There were court cases which we had to fight in many countries across the world. So, personally, as an organization and institution over the last 60 years of our existence, we have also experienced this similar kind of thing. So, I would not be surprised if something like that is also happening here. And also, I must say that the background you see is that of Govardhan Eco Village, which is a curated temple town in Palghar district. And as you know, Arnab, Palghar is a place where there were these infamous attacks on
Killings,
sadhus
yes.
few years ago. And a lot of conversions happen here, and a lot of training of terrorists sometimes happen here. So we have been trying to spread Sanatan Dharma in Palghar, and we experience sometimes pushback. And thanks to the fact that we continued on this path of distribution food and doing kirtans and spreading the message of the Gita. Last year, we also had almost a 1 million people footfall. But as you have rightly said, as the prominence grows, the threat also increases. So it's high time that Hindu forces and temples across come together.
Yeah.
I've always maintained the opinion that if the Confederation of Indian Industries, CII, can bring all the industries together, if Indian Medical Association can bring all the doctors together, why can't all the Hindu temples form a consortium so that there is a body where we can always connect with when in case of attack and difficulty and challenges,
Well,
and come together and share best practices so that we can actually amplify the way we are giving pilgrims the experience.
well,
So I would say that it's high time for Hindu organizations and temples to come together, be united, and stand united on a common ground to ensure that the Sanatan Dharma experience is shared with people,
well,
because I consider
absolutely.
temple to be mandir, which is a hospital for the man or the mind.
No,
So
I
if
think it's very well
hospitals could
said. I
come
think you
together
have
in the
given me a
consortium, why
great
not?
thought there. And I believe, we have played our role in the exposing the hoax behind Dharmasthala. You've also given me a thought, maybe we can have a Sanatan Civilization conference here on the Republic Media Network campus so that this goes out through the media, the power of the media. Had there been no Republic, I can tell you, Gauranga Das ji, had there been no Republic Network, this hoax would have been accepted as reality by some people because they want to put a slur on Hinduism. We are glad that together we've been able to fight that, and I'm grateful for your strong voice tonight in support of the fight against all the forces inimical to Hinduism. Thank you very much, Gauranga Das ji of ISKCON. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Arnab.
you, sir. Thank you.